Where's the pen?
How you doing?
Hi, Chloe.
This is like at a wedding.
So,
It is. Hello.
How do you know the
We're
bride?
very happily married.
so the Doctor's back, and it's so like, what is like, how has he changed this time? I mean, he's off traveling, he's got a new companion, so like, what sort of about him has led him to this place where he's ready to take on a new companion and...
Well, his life has unfolded in that way, and as a new season was ordered by the BBC, so he had to come on. I think that he's the great thing about playing Doctor Who is you actually have a whole life cycle. So you can start off quite being born, in season 1 and not quite knowing who you are and struggling to find who you are, and then you find who you are and you discover, oh, I'll go with this is quite fun, I like this character, and then you discover there's more to Doctor Who than you thought. The important thing about Doctor Who, there's always a mystery to him. There's always a Doctor Who you don't know because he's alien, he's not a human being. So I think we're going to see some more of his alienness.
You guys are coming back with a Christmas episode, which makes fans very nervous because it's super depressing. So what can you tell us about the super depressing beginning of the Christmas episode?
It's super depressing.
They're always depressing. It's not just yours. It's like British people love super depressing Christmas episodes.
Well, Christmas is depressing.
What?
Oh, shut up, Peter. Is that what we're putting on the poster? Doctor Who. It's super depressing, but Christmas always is.
Well, this is Doctor Who's thing. Christmas is depressing, but Doctor Who cheers it up, and particularly this year.
Go on.
Well, I think Stephen's done an absolutely brilliant job. We just wrapped on Friday, and it's a wonderful. We have a superhero in it, and to me, without giving too much away, kind of. I used to love in the UK. They used to show on Christmas Day. They used to show the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, and I loved them, and they were so witty and clever, but at the same time were totally kind of loyal to the idea of Superman. And in a way, I think we've sort of made kind of one of those. I don't know.
That's what we're aiming for. I don't think it's super depressing, but I'm trying to work out why the other ones were super depressing. It's all right, right?
No, you just think that British people generally are depressed.
That was really what I was saying. I was just being really aggressive.
Yeah. That's fine.
Awesome. It's all right. Occasions can be racist
They're
to
great
each other.
episodes, but when I saw that we're coming back, like starting with the Christmas episode, I was like, oh, like you have to like emotionally brace yourself. There are always such big moments in the Christmas episode.
Well, we try to be emotional. The drama's supposed to be.
Sure, I'm not complaining. Sorry. I'm here for that.
Stephen, this is going to be your last radio this season. Have you sort of gotten to do everything that you wanted to do, and is there anything that you're particularly proud of?
I've got so much more time left on Doctor Who. I'm not just doing this Christmas. I'm doing next Christmas as well. So
Which is
it's
really
super depressing. Yeah, it'll just be awful. I don't know. I'll be leaving at that point. God, if anyone gets out without slashed wrists, it will be hell. So I haven't really done a retrospective on myself yet. I never will, because that would just be awful. What things am I proud of? In recent times, I'm incredibly proud of the episode Heaven Sent with a friend here doing an astonishing solo turn as the Doctor. I'm not making this up. I'm really thrilled with the Christmas special we just made. I haven't even seen it get together yet, but everyone seems so excited about that. And even the weekly assemblies were great. Normally they're super depressing. I'm really pleased. I'm really keen to see it. I'm really quite excited.
How has it been working with Pearl, and what can you tease about the Doctor's interaction with her?
Yeah, it's great. The great thing about Pearl and about the character that she plays is that they are both of them are totally new to the Doctor Who world. So unlike say Clara, who had a kind of intrinsic part of the Doctor's timeline, Bill comes from the real world. And so the whole Doctor Who universe has to be introduced to her, which reminds you of how fabulous it is. What a fabulous idea it is that there's a person traveling around time and space in a police box that's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and it's been fun, because it's the central idea of Doctor Who is so powerful and allows you to do so much, but we rarely have to explain it. and we do, and so we get to explain some of the basic tenets of the show, which is nice.
And how to use it been bringing in another companion?
It feels like a new beginning every time you do that. So much of the show is dictated and defined by the attitude you take, or the point of view from which you observe the Doctor. As people occasionally will say, it's not called Clara, it's called Doctor Who. To which I always reply, it's not called the Doctor, it's called Doctor Who, which is not his name. It's a question that somebody asks, and it is as much about the person asking the question. Well, it depends if you go for the War Machines or not. I mean, where do you stand in the whole War Machines?
Let's go.
Is that what we're doing?
I'm sorry, I brought that up.
But it's about the person who asked the question, the person of whom it is asked. So you take an absolutely new, fresh take on the show, and which I enjoy. At the same time, it's kind of miserable when people lose. I mean, that is kind of miserable, isn't it? It's going to see Jenna tonight. She'll be lovely. You miss people, and I seem to have missed a lot of people now. And that always feels slightly.
It's a very bonding experience, for the people who work on the show, because it's a big show which has a lot of pressure attached to it as well as a lot of fun. And we're just very lucky. I think it's a credit to Stephen that he only casts nice people. So and I think that's really important. You don't want to go to work every day with people you don't like. Yeah. So luckily he casts people who we all like. So except for me.
What is it like for you to be preparing to hand this off? What do you have to kind of do to hand something like this off?
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to sit down with Chris and work out, where he wants it parked and how I get it there. But to be honest, it's a very short conversation. I've had it before. It was Russell saying, could you crash the TARDIS? And that was it, really. And then he wrote to me later and said, I've just realised watching the show there was absolutely no reason for the TARDIS to crash. Why did he do that? So we worked out by emails, as because the Doctor absorbed all that radiation and he had to expel it. That's what blew up the TARDIS. Yeah. So now you've got the explanation for why that happened. Yeah. Nobody thought of it until that's really good. There will be that conversation. And how does it feel? I mean, it will feel strange and it will feel sad. But also the number one nightmare for anyone in this job is the idea that you wouldn't hand it over. That you would be the person ended it. That would be horrible. That would be unbearable. I couldn't imagine. Now that we've managed to get Doctor Who back and put it right at the centre of television, the idea that it would end is appalling to me. So I want to hand it over. That's an important part of the job.
Peter, spoilers now. What can you tell us about this coming season that was especially exciting for you?
Oh God! I think the stories have been so strong. We've only done 4 so far, but I keep going back to this expression. They're hardcore Doctor Who stories. We have a new companion who's being shown the whole of time and space by someone who's excited about showing it and taking it to dangerous places where surprising and nasty things happen. And that's always a nice place to be. So we go to the future. We go to where there's some we've just done a very, very creepy one. I love. Well, it's one of the great things about Doctor Who is you can go from a huge futuristic alien city to a whole episode that just happens like in one house, in a nasty piece of time, which is what we've just done. And it is totally driven by the performances and a specific new monster, that holds the whole thing together. So I think I'm really, really excited about how hardcore these stories are. At the same time, when I say that, you don't have to watch 50 years of Doctor Who to watch any of these episodes. As Stephen says, every episode is episode 1. But they're delivering on a level that I want from Doctor Who.
Peter mentioned that you're sort of explaining some of the basic tenets of the show with this new season. What is fundamental to Doctor Who that we don't understand here?
Nothing. I mean, it's quite simple. There are things that we've got so used to that we forget that a new character would be saying, oh, hang on, what? there's a whole bunch of reasonable questions. So what was fun, particularly if we're all fanboys that we are, to have a new character come in and saying, well, but why is that? Why would you do that? That's ridiculous. I mean, the one that we sort of, it's too boring to constantly do it, but he never gives his name. That's a very odd kind of conversation. If you say, I'm the doctor, people would say, I'm absolutely fine, why are you here? You don't, but I've lost what the question was. The fundamental tenets of Doctor he's got a spaceship that's bigger on the inside that can go anywhere in time and space, and it's disguised as a phone box, which is now exclusively recognised as a time machine. So, in fact, Doctor Who's time machine is disguised as the most famous time machine in the universe. It's true. Why does that work?
Did you bring in new writers to reflect that kind of new persona?
We have got some new writers this year, yes. We're not rolling them all out now. I could do one fun thing. We've got Mike Bartlett coming in. He's just done the Haunted brilliant script with Mike Bartlett, who wrote the show Dr. Foster, which was a big series. I don't know, has it been over here? No, but he's brilliant. He's a brilliant playwright, and he's been a long-term fan of Doctor Who. And he put his new hit series on hold for a few weeks so he could write an episode of Doctor Who. And what the hell? And for the first time ever, someone who wrote for the classic series, and I'm not saying who, is going to write an episode of the new series.
Ooh.
Deal with that.
We leave it at that tease.
Is that good?
I do love the first episode. They actually have Doctor Who like eliminates and
You need to get over your need for super depression now.
I mean, that's just the core.
Wait till you see what I do.
But I love the show. Very excited.